Alright, hello everybody. I just want to put together this little video regarding aspect ratio correction for old consoles that didn't actually use square pixels, but you might want to capture, say, with the RetroTINK 5X, or an emulator at a pixel perfect aspect ratio, and then correct it in post. This is something that I've struggled with for quite a while because I can't find much information regarding it. Davinci Resolve isn't really specifically for editing videos with retro gaming content. Now, you're going to need to have a look at this page here. This is pin8.com, this little address here. I'll try and pop it in the description if I remember. You want to be looking at a dot clock rate, because this tells you what the actual aspect ratio, it gives you information to work out the correct aspect ratio. And fortunately, with Davinci Resolve, this is actually pretty easy to do once you figure out how to do it. So as you can see in Resolve here, I have some footage from Fantastic Dizzy on the Mega Drive. So what I originally did was I looked for the console. So let's just do a cheeky Control and F Genesis, as you call it in America. Now that's the 256 display mode. We're on a 320 mode. So we want to be looking at this figure here, 0.914. This is basically going to be used in our calculation. We don't even actually have to calculate anything. So previously what I would do is I would go into the transform panel over here, uncheck the link and copy that figure in, because we want to multiply the X value, which is currently 1, by 0.914, which is 0.914. Pop that in there. Right, that's perfect. And then what I did was relinked it. So I was happy as Larry, just zooming in to fill up the screen for my editing. But I noticed something. Whenever I actually shrunk it down, can you see that the aspect ratio gets all wanky here? That's really weird. And it's because all it's doing is, these figures here aren't proportional, if that makes sense. So it doesn't continually multiply this figure by 0.914 versus the Y resolution. So I had to scrap that. Then what I did was same sort of thing again, 0.914. And then if I wanted to then zoom in, I would use an adjustment clip on top. So I would do that, and then that would keep the aspect ratio. As you can see, when I zoom all the way out, zoom all the way in, that's great. But see, this aspect ratio would then need to, or this adjustment clip rather, would then need to stay in place throughout the whole video, taking up an entire lane. So if I wanted to zoom in any further, I could either adjust this value, which was a bit of a pain, or then add another adjustment clip. So say if I just wanted to zoom in on Dizzy's face here, I could do that, but it doesn't look great. So here's what I actually figured out. I say I figured it out. I managed to scour the internet, asking many questions. Now, the most hilarious thing is it's in the least likely tab that you would expect to find it in. So you want to head over to Color with your clip selected. Now generally it'll be on whichever tab you had last, so Curves, Color Warper, whatever. The section that you want to go to is Sizing. Now what this does is it actually applies this transformation directly to the clip, I think. I don't know. So in width, you want to go to 0.914. Right, that is now corrected. So if I then go to my timeline, I can zoom in to fill the screen if I want to. You can see when I zoom out, that aspect ratio doesn't get all wanky again. So we can then do the usual single adjustment clip, say if I want to just zoom in on Dizzy's face again. Alternatively, I can keyframe in some zooms on the actual clip itself, but that's a little bit messy. But yeah, I hope that helps. So if you ever want to do that and make those adjustments, all you need is just this set of values here. I don't know how precise they are, but it gets you pretty damn close. So just this value here, the PAR, pixel aspect ratio. Apologies for the waffling. Hope this was useful to all 12 of you watching this video, but Thank you, enjoy, take care, and goodbye.